Greetings, fellow Void Provokers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards. Episode 83, Red Rain. When pawns get angry, can I know their reaction before it happens? Like, oxygen not included? No. So if you're worried about someone punching the anti-grain warhead, I can't know that in advance. The only thing that I would be able to do if you wanted to protect the anti-grain warhead is you could put the anti-grain warhead in like a transport pod and keep them in the transport pod, and then just like anytime you need to use one, you could have one get kicked out from the transport pod. So if you are worried about that, I could set up a pod launcher here with a transport pod that has anti-grain warheads loaded in them at all times, so that they can't be messed with in that way. That would be doable. I'd be happy to do that. I'm also getting rid of the wind turbines because they're physical walk blockers here. It's slowing everyone down. And we don't really rely on them for power, so... Kill it! Alright, the people that are coming out here to build are just not bringing sandstone blocks. Like, I don't get it. They're walking out here to build something, but they're not delivering raw materials. And it's driving me insane. I just forced Skyra to do it. They keep bringing like 5 blocks at a time, which is just insane. Alright, mods now has tattered apparel of a sash. And your toque's about to go too. Raggles is idle, don't care. And then once the walls are built, I'll have to move the unstable power cells over as well. So I'll put one here. And I'll put the other one here. They just need to be physically close enough to the coolers. One could make the argument of having unstable power. No, I can understand the argument. I'm actually going to wall them up in their own cubbies. For fear that an enemy breaches here and then punches the unstable power cell, blowing it up and blowing up the waste packs in the process. I can actually see that happening, so I will put the unstable power in its own containment. It's just paranoid levels of security. Now would be a good time to force haul these blocks blocking the door. Is that what you were saying? I'm a little worried about this wolf chilling around me too. I'm like walling the wolf in. Hey, Wolfie, can you, like, leave? I will be forced to shoot you very soon. I don't really want to leave a wolf in my stockpile so that the first person that opens the door gets bit. Oh, there's a new tree. One of the advantages of walling it up is no new trees are going to get grown. That was quick. Brain. Heart. Knew it was a vital organ. Okay, cool. We're ready for unstable power over there now? Oh, great. Social fight. I feel like Guero and Skyra are like involved in almost every social fight that ever happens. But in this case, it's neither of them. It's backwards Guero. I'm still... Oh, okay, and Turtle Karen is trying to slaughter our animals. Sea Panda's actually very close. I was gonna Shock Lance, but I'll just do this the gentle way. Which is put you in a coma. And yes, that is the gentle way. Maybe take away your beer, too. Sorry, beer privileges have been lost. You're too much of a jerk. Okay, we are almost done. Finishing touches. Sweet. Now we just need the unstable power cells, and we'll be chilling. Apologize for the pun. In fact, one unstable power cell is like just half of the coolers are probably enough, but we'll do both. And then we'll bring the atmospheric heat back up to a nice 70 Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius. I might need the other atmospheric heater. Actually, we're having a bit of a brownout, aren't we? And everyone's like asleep. Put lights inside just in case? I don't have power for that. The unstable power cells are generating exactly the amount of power I need for the coolers. With not a single watt left over. That should help to fix our brownouts. Oh, no, it's not even a brownout. This is... Right, yes. No, I see what it did. When I got rid of those wind turbines, I split up the... Yeah, I see. I'm actually going to move this solar power generator so it's not adjacent to the other one. So we don't actually need these biofire generators. I was wondering about that. So I was generating a pretty good amount of power, and then all of a sudden I was browned out, and I was like, that doesn't really make sense. We've been fine for so long. I think I'm gonna stop investing in solar in general. Maybe I'll just not even put that one back. Because, the Void likes darkness, so relying on solar makes you weak to the Void, and that doesn't sound good for us. So this is frozen. Outdoors, it is about 14°C. In here, it's negative 20°C. So it is, it's stable for now. If at any point we run out of waste over here, I will unforbid some of it, haul it in, and just atomize it. Looks like a starship. Yeah. A waste ship. I've also decided not to waste good meds on those guys either. So things are kind of okay right now. Famous last words. So the fuel target here is going to be like, let's do 3. I don't really need it fueled up like at all because it's not going anywhere. Now, one of the other advantages of putting antigrain warheads in a pod is if you do want to move them. Like, so let's say that there was a forest fire and the forest was on fire over here. I could pod drop raid, or raid. I could pod drop an anti-grain warhead into the middle of the forest fire. The anti-grain warhead would catch fire and would explode. So you can use transport pods as a very accurate delivery method, whereas a mortar could miss. A pod doesn't really miss as much. So if you really want near pinpoint accuracy within like 3 cells or so, pods are better than mortars. So in here, we're going to load anti-grain warheads, so they can't be punched. What's the countdown? So the countdown's long. That's the negative, is that if you end up using that method of trying to set it on fire, it might not even catch fire. And then if it does catch fire, it's going to be like 20 seconds before it explodes. So it's a bad delay. It's not something to use when you have a moving target, which is why I said, like, for, it might be useful for a mech cluster that is, stationary, but or a siege, you could do it for a siege too, hypothetically. But you could pod a anti-grain warhead into the middle of a siege and then start firebombing or regular mortaring the siege. Probably firebombing, because if you regular mortar them and you injure them, then they might just attack you and abandon their siege point. But if you firebomb them, they're going to catch fire, run around, possibly catch the mortar on fire, and then when the mortar shell goes off, the siege goes up. It's just a thought. All right. Well, things are relatively stable right now. We definitely have a need for more plasteel so that we can continue making spare armor. But so we've got like Swanky here, who's, oh no, he just switched armor. Never mind. So the Vagabonds are here for 1 more week. And that's about all that's going on. So I could consider provoking the Void right now, or waiting until I can provoke the Gate. What should I do? Provoke the Void, stockpile armor. I'm trying to think of other side tasks that might be useful. Yeah, it's really just those two, I think. And maybe before I do, if I do end up provoking the Void, I'll try to do like a throne speech or something to raise morale. Make guests carry the slag inside near the security doors? Yeah, I could do that. There's a lot of hauling power. You are right about that. And that would be good for steel. Because there's a lot of them. Give me 2.5 minutes to vote on that, but it looks like Provoke the Void is a very popular option. So let's go ahead and do a throne speech. Seeing that that is probably going to get voted on. What? Wow. Okay, so it worked. It was inspirational. And Dahada and Natsu both got an inspired taming. Natsu has a pretty high handle. Dahada, not so much. So a handle of 10 while inspired. Unfortunately, I did kill that Megasloth. Otherwise, we would have been able to get the Megasloth first try. I could tame the cougar? Or go after the horses? Maybe I'll just wait, because I do have this for 8 days. It might even be possible that, like, Thrumbos wander in the next 8 days, and I get the ability to tame Thrumbos. That'd be pretty cool. So leader speech is on a 3-day cooldown, so I'm not going to be able to use that to rally anyone. And then we don't really have any, like, party rituals where soldiers... Cougar seems the best option. I would only really tame the cougar just to take it off of the potential for it to hunt me. I don't actually want a cougar as a pet. That and slaughtering a tamed creature gives you more meat and leather than hunting. So there's a benefit to being a rancher over being just a hunter. Did I say I wanted to get more jade? I did, yes. Probably want to stick with steel for now, just because my steel is pretty low. But raising the quality of this throne room so that it's not on the threshold of undignified would be not a bad idea, because it's been a continual pain point. Another thing I could potentially do, if I wanted to make this barracks more attractive, is, yeah, let's do it. I could shave away the parts of the walls that are covered up by covering up the jade, revealing the jade and making it like more attractive as a result. And that way it raises the barracks' quality up a bit too. It's not a bad like little goal with all the labor that I have. So you all want me to provoke the void. Got it. Let's do it. Void Provocation, Seed Panda, and I'm gonna have Ladavi, Kiwa, Natsu, and Turtle join me. Actually, you know what? I don't want to teach them how to do that. I think Skyrim made a point last stream of like, maybe you shouldn't spread that knowledge around. So I'll keep it within the soldiers. Alright, Void has been provoked. Let's see how we're punished for it. So I do have to worry about the miners up here. I'll keep a close eye on them to make sure that they don't get isolated from whatever ends up attacking us. Plus the slag haulers. Blood rain. All right. Everybody into the mountain base. Mechs, you can wander about. The other thing, blood rain affects horses. So let's corral the horses manually. Real quick, to make sure that they don't become victims of the blood rain. Because I wouldn't want to lose them after taking care of them so long. The other thing is blood rain might rouse the mechs. Will it affect the farm? No. So I'll actually read the effects of blood rain in just a second. I forgot to do that. I apologize. Drops of thick blood-like fluid have begun falling from the sky. Anyone exposed feels a growing anger which strengthens melee attackers, but will eventually become a berserker rage. Exposed animals will eventually become manhunters, The intensity of the effect varies between individuals depending on their traits, psychic sensitivity, and random individual factors. So it's more like Berserker Rain. And I just wanted to cordon off the... oh wow, Blood Rain is getting not so mild in CPAN already. Cordon off the horses so that they have nowhere to go. They can't be out in the open. So the worry that I have here is the animals go psychotic and trigger the proximity sensors. I'm almost certain they're going to do that. I just don't know how to counter it. We do have some extra tattered apparel. So this is what pants. Go bye-bye. I need to make you pants? That's just annoying. I don't even have leather for it. Fine, make it out of cloth. Really? Legendary? Alright. Way nicer than you deserve. And then mods, you lost your toque. But you should be able to wear... yeah, the tribal wear. Jack Eternal, thanks for the gifted sub. Alright, mechs. I no longer want you to go beyond the gatehouse, because the psychotic animals are going to be dangerous. So if the mech cluster does wake up, they're obviously going to be sending mechs through the northern entryway. The other thing that I might consider, given how much of my base is roofed up, is to, I'm going to temporarily allow them to exit and start roofing up this area as well. Because if I install... I already have some columns, right? But if I install more columns around, we could hypothetically roof up the entire pathway here so that the rain doesn't affect us as much. So are we... no, okay, the animals are not triggering. Good. So if that's the case, I wasn't sure whether or not they would. I'm going to close this door so that the animals can't get inside the base. So Kish, you're going to be assigned to work and go to Area 1. And now go to Idle Combat Mechs. Oh, I'm an idiot and didn't actually close that door. Try that again. Alright. Now they can't get in. Good. Oh, except for the one that's already inside the base. Right, because there were some squirrels and other animals that actually were inside to begin with. Devil Eyes, you look idle. Go deal with that. Alright. We're managing. Just a whole bunch of pissed off animals. It's not enough animals that I think they would be effective if I woke the mech cluster, right? Like, a few rats and squirrels are just going to get crushed by the cluster. So there's really no point in trying to weaponize the blood-rained animals against the cluster. Also, if you're wondering, the Blood Rage, the melee damage factor goes up 150% at full. So it would make the animals do more damage. There's just simply not enough animals. I'm not too worried about the horses. They should be able to be fine in the duration of this. I could move hay in there, but they're probably not going to starve. And if they do get hungry, I could just build a roof access over there and drop them some hay. But honestly, it should not be much of a problem. So the other thing that we could do is to start researching this stuff. So let's research Neurosis Pulse. And with all of our idle people in lockdown, we can start to try to figure out how to weaponize Blood Rain and Neurosis Pulse for our own benefit. I'm just keeping a close eye on Fred, make sure that he doesn't get enraged by the time the column's done. He's fine. I think having roofed up path all the way up to our ritual room would be useful. I think that's what we need to get it done. That way, if we want to trigger any rituals during a Blood Rain, if we get another Blood Rain, we aren't zone restricted as much. One nice advantage of this Blood Rain event, however, is a lot of the animals that we're going to want to hunt are now like right around our entryway, making them a little bit easier to hunt. And I'm just watching the people that are constructing because they are technically temporarily exposed. But I think the Blood Rain, yeah, it just is ending. I'm gonna keep the pathway as it is. Oh, Fib Mac, wow. Okay, Tequila Jane, Ink, and Fred got hit with it of our own colonists. That's annoying. Good. So we don't have any dark spots along this pathway now. Alright, so the Blood Rain is over. I'm going to restrict everybody to behind the walls now. And then the mountain zone is not going to include anything beyond here. This was just temporary. That looks good. More tattered clothing. Take it off. Mods, you look funny. You look like you're straight out of Adventure Time. So our entities are now down. We have 2 things left to discover of all of the entity lists. The timer for the Provoking Pit Gate is 4.5 days, and then Void Provocation is 3.5 days. So what should I do next? Will be up to you. I can provoke the Void. I can provoke the Pit pick gate or destroy the cluster, or viewer suggestions. If you think there's something I missed. So feel free to vote on that. I'm just waiting for the animals to die down with their aggression, and then I can go hunting them. But yeah, as you saw, Blood Rain only really lasts like a day or two. Any longer, and what would end up happening is like all the animals in your avatar would starve, which would be weird. Whoa, what the heck? Oh yeah, it's Turtle Karen. We punch her once and she falls over. There's parts of this that probably don't need to be roofed up. Okay. So, provoking the pit gate seems to be the popular option. It's going to be a little while before... a little while before that comes off cooldown. So in the meantime, I would love to continue the plasteel drilling so that we can get more plasteel and continue to stockpile the armor that we need. Because it's almost as if as soon as we use the armor, we break it and we have to replace it. Like we just haven't had a real stockpile of Locust armor. We have no stockpile of Locust armor at the moment. We are also getting a bit of a brownout. We'll have to keep an eye on that, because we might need to fire up one of the bioferrite generators, which I'm fine with. It just means that I'll need to make sure to keep grabbing entities to keep the bioferrite flowing, which is reasonable. Alright, I have an idea. Ink, come over here and close this door. And then behind the walls, I am going to temporarily include these spaces. Yeah, we are fish in a barrel hunting here now. Is it fair to the animals? No, but we're hungry and I don't care. God, I would love a paint tool. Just like all of these spaces inside the walls. That'd be amazing. In fact, we have so many bored people in our colony right now that I'm just gonna... everything inside that gap space is gonna get hunted. Including all the rats that came in to try to kill me. Technically, they all tried to murder me, so, you know, screw them, right? Okay, I'm gonna call that poll a little early. You guys obviously want the pig gate. Before you make my life more difficult, you want me to get rid of all the pollution that we caused. And not only did I get fibrous mechanites, now I have animal plague. Randy has decided that in this late winter day, everyone gets sick. That's fair, right? And also include the slag pile for hauling too. Trying to get a lot of hunting and work done with all these refugees. Randy has chosen pain. Turtle's about to go psychotic. Alcohol withdrawal? Oh, and Colin wants to join us. No thanks. Why are you even withdrawing from alcohol? Just drink it. You are literally allowed to have access to social drugs. Alright, so we have a joint offer from Colin, who got renamed to Belize, who's the psychopathic brawler. A 13-year-old psychopathic brawler. I guess I had never noticed that before. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Ooh. Accepting this joint offer is an act of charity. Oh, no. No. Alright, I'm gonna have you guys decide. Do we allow the 13-year-old psycho brawler join us? It's an act of charity, but you can overrule. How's that sound? Because I don't know how charitable it is for a group of soldiers fighting the void to allow a 13-year-old to join. Maybe you guys disagree. I don't know. You can weigh in. You shot the cougar at point blank, didn't you? Don't say no. I'm staring at you do it. He would kind of have to be fair. In this maze. I just want to get all the rats out of the maze. Well, it seems like you guys want the Psycho Brawler. Look at them. Look at this rat race. God, these, they look funny. Alright, only 2 left. Yo, stop shooting my walls. For real. Alright, chat, you have decided that Belize is rejoining us. The thing is, because I already have a Zaleb, which one do you want to be? Because I'm going to re-raffle the other one. So you're not named after 2 things. If you're here. Alright, this door is ready to be reopened, I think. You're okay as a robot? Okay, so raffle timer's up for the 13-year-old colonist. The other thing is the 13-year-old colonist probably doesn't believe in our ideology, so let's go attempt to do this as peacefully as possible by holding a conversion ritual, because we have a lot of participants, which might help with the quality, but I think the 13-year-old's going to have to go to re-education camp, is the nicest way I can put it. Unless I get lucky here. The opposite of lucky. It went the wrong way. Okay, so technically they are a part of the colony already, which means a few things. One, they are due some bionic legs, because we hook up everyone with bionic legs, and it's even more important to give bionic legs to a 13-year-old, because 13-year-olds don't run very fast to begin with, making them really bad brawlers to boot. And then also anesthetizing them so that they can... Okay, maybe don't work that. I don't feel comfortable having a nudist 13-year-old, so maybe just don't wear armor. Hold on. New policy. Copy. No armor. Which is no cataphract or locust. Yeah, it's not jail, it's school. Exactly. No, you are totally not listening to me because I didn't actually give you that assignment. Got it. What are you wearing? Oh, an old Marine? Okay, you have outsmarted me. That's fair. So, no armor means no armor. Like, at all. Rumbo wear is fine. Okay. And you are gonna... Oh, I don't have a doctor? Wait, nah, that's not true. Oh, they're all asleep. Okay. Alright, she's anesthetized. And I'm just going to save just in case. I don't think the refugees are going to be upset if I arrest her because she's already joined. She's not part of the refugees. And yes, that's true. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't like ramifications of that. So, conversion. Psychopaths convert, what, easier? Harder? I forget which. Okay. So, it is affected by psychopath. I actually don't think it would be a bad idea to give them access to this maze because a lot of the walls are broken. And the re-raffle goes to Scorpio. I'm going to assume, and you can always correct me with channel points, that your name is going to be Scorpia. But if you want to change it, feel free. So I'm giving access to like the entire wall segments for all of the... Would that be Scotia? Okay. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Anomaly Eldritch Guards, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 21st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow guardsmen.